All right, here with Maury head football coach Dyrri McCain. His Commodores now another win away from another region title, 41-7 here over the Warwixk Raiders. Coach, 35-0 first half, pretty dominant and impressive. All three faces clicking for you, offense, defense, special teams. Given the chilly temperatures, the wind here, you have to be pleased that you weren't bothered by the opponent, which is a really good defense, and the elements, if you will.
Yeah, I think that just like I say all the time, I just think that we've been in so many of these moments. We've played in cold games, crowds, moments, hype of the game. It was nothing new to us. We just can't. We had to come out here and just like we did. But that's the experience of being in those games. Not only just throughout the years of the past years, last year and the year before and the year before that, but the beginning of the season. Not granted, it was different weather. But again, this group is used to playing in November and December, so they know that practices are going to start to get like this. They know that games are going to start to get like this. So proud of the guys for not mentally letting that get them and focusing on the task at hand.
You get a couple of defensive scores, which we'll hit on in a little bit, from the Terps committing Carlton Smith and the Gamecocks committing Kendall Daniels, who we'll talk about as well, plus a block punt. But your running game set up your passing game, the screen attack. Tayshawn Branch with some really quality runs, and you told me watch out for him as this year went on. Also, your quarterback, Torrey Newkirk, keeping plays a lot with his feet. What does Branch give you as a sophomore in your attack? You have so many weapons, and he's coming on.
Yeah, he is, man. He's playing his role, and he's giving us way more than I even imagined this year. Just like anything, he's young, so there's still mistakes that he's making. But as far as the playmaking that he's bringing us to be that young, the future's bright for him. I really see him as, he's very Peyton Jones-ish, in my opinion. Just everything he can do with running the ball, his catching ability out the backfield. And we just gotta make sure we keep developing him and grow him into a better player.
I've said that it's an embarrassment of riches at the receiver position going back to 5 years ago when you won your first state title with Keandre Lambert, Ty Granger, Deshaun Peele, and that whole crew. You've got a bunch of them this year with the Indiana commit LeBron Bond, Damon McDaniel Jr., Eli Moss, Kendall Daniels catching 2 TDs tonight, and then the guy that's back from injury, Javon Wiggins. Speak on what he's brought coming back from the injury last year. I know he wanted to get out there, and he's really popped out here.
Yeah, couldn't wait for him to get back, man. Just knowing all the hard work and time that he's put in. It sucks to kind of go through that situation. I've been through it myself.
It was an ACL, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
And just to come back and be doing what he's doing. He's been hungry. He's been involved with our practices over the time of him trying to get back. And he just put in the time and work. He understands what we're doing, so it's nothing new to him. It's just kind of he's back now, and I think that he's back in the mode of actually playing instead of trying to figure it out. I think he's back, and he's helped us tremendously, just in all phases, man. The running game with the blocks, and obviously his explosiveness with the ball in his hands and downfield plays. But again, man, I got a group of unselfish guys outside, man, and he's just another blessing to have in that room.
We've seen glimpses of it. College coaches have too, that even going back to a sophomore year, Kendall Daniels can be the best player on the football field on a given night. Tonight it felt like he was, with 2 TD grabs, 2 picks, 1 return to the house. Just what he brings you in both aspects, offensively, defensively, and now being his last hurrah before he goes to the SEC. What are you looking for out of him, as he looks like he can be that takeover player any moment?
Yeah, that's who he's always been. So, there was a couple times earlier on in the year where that he didn't make some plays. And not to say that he was playing terrible. He just didn't make some plays sometimes. And just the player that I know that he can be night in and night out, he's going to have to do that night in and night out in the conference that he's going to. And then the type of games that we're going to play in this stretch. So before he even goes there, we're going to need him to be at his best. So I feel like that he's learned from those beginning of the year mistakes and not making making those plays, to now understanding, all right, like I got to come ready to go, and I got to be locked in. And now he's making those plays. It's no surprise to me. It's no surprise. The kid is that special. I think he's a Sunday player. If he can put his mind to it and do what he has to do, I think he's a Sunday football player.
Yeah, there was a guy that played safety at Maury who was pretty good that you know about in Cam Chancellor. Yep. So there's been some comparisons there. Lastly, you get this win. You'll take on Kingsport next week for another region championship opportunity, and you got to get back to the state championship, which I know is the ultimate goal, December 14th. You've gone through a lot of tough opponents. That early stretch with Wise and Highland Springs, Dinwiddie, has hardened you for this point. What do you want to see here as you now turn the calendar close to December here and you're getting near that point?
It's what we work for and what we prepare for. So it's nothing new. It's nothing that we we did not expect to be here. We know when our last practice date is we wanted to be. We know where we want to be at. We know how we want to finish this thing. So, we gotta get better at the mistakes we made today. It's playoff football, and get ready for Kings Fort, and we can't wait. So we know we're here next week at 7, right after Thanksgiving. We'll be ready. I'm pretty sure that they'll come coach to be ready, but we'll be ready for that game.
Well, enjoy the holiday, the turkey, 27 wins and counting for Coach McCain and the Commodores. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.